especially for those of you who really want to be a millionaire and you're not just talking. If you're just talking, then there's a club for that. They look great. They wear all the t-shirts that say that they're a boss and they're doing nothing. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the person behind you.
Because I really don't know what I would do if I didn't have some work that I had to get to.
Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of WorkHARDAholics. Oh,
Just thought I had that.
We've missed you, Christina.
Okay.
We have missed you. Yes. There's nothing like live and in person. Memorex is great, but it's not the same. It's just not the same. All right, so in case you're wondering what exactly is a WorkHARDaholic or who it is that you're even looking at, let me tell you. All right, a WorkHARDaholic is someone who is always doing something. We don't rest on our laurels. We don't wait for the world to take it to us. We take it to the world.
Taking it to the world.
How'd you know? Do I do that a lot?
You do.
I was just like, taking it to the street. I am consistent because I was really thinking in my head, I was like, I'm not going to sing this song. I'm not going to do it. But Christina's back and she did it for me.
Yes.
Whoop, whoop. Thank you. Thank you very much. And who am I? Okay, well, I am Shirley Crawford, the original WorkHARDaholic. Why am I the original? Because I made the word up.
Yes.
It's mine. Mm-hmm. I share it with you all because sharing is caring.
It is.
Okay, sorry. We're a little too happy. Okay, just can't help it because we're WorkHARDaholics. For those of you who are wondering, what does it mean? It's the movers and the shakers always doing some things. If you want to be in balance and get some more green, WorkHARDaholics. Soon, someone will record that properly and it'll play, and you won't just have to hear my live in person. Sorry, I'm moving Christina's mic by mistake. And so here's the deal. Every Wednesday at 1, we come together as a community, a tribe of people who like the things. Did it seem like that everything hitched up? No, it was just okay, sorry. A little too much theatrical moments for this Wednesday. For those of you who, you like to see things get done. You like things done with excellence. You like to get the job done. You work.
Yeah.
Baby, you work. Well, we live in a society where people say, you don't have to do that much. It doesn't take all that. Calm down. Why are you going to work? Why are you working on that book?
First of all, mind the business that pays you.
Oh! No. I heard that.
Okay.
I heard it all the way in my spirit.
Okay.
Oh my. But for those of you who are not just busybodies and you actually care, recognize that people are different.
Yes.
There are those of us who actually get a charge from knowing that our checklist is all checked. Yes. That our to-dos are now to-done. We love that. And so, yeah, it sounds like a shirt.
Yeah.
And so when we get to that point where we feel like we've done things and done them well, then we can move on to do some other stuff. That's why we always talk about we work hard, but oh my, we play harder.
Don't we?
And then we business better. So welcome to the wonderful world of the WorkHARDaholics. You are welcome here.
Yes.
All right, so did I tell you who I was? I never do. I'm Shirley Crawford. I told you I was the original WorkHARDaholic, small business consultant for over 25 years. Yes, I have gray and it's beautiful. I've had gray since I was born, but now I have a whole lot more. Thank you all so very much for that. All right, I'm also the executive director of the Women's Business Center, RVA, located at 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, directly across the street from the Kroger at Willow Lawn. That means prime real estate location. Yes. I just love to point that out. It's a beautiful space. I really love it. In addition to that, author, speaker, blah, 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 blah. Very qualified to do this show. So, glad to have you. And then if you're wondering who this masked woman is beside me, that would be Socialita Christina. And the crowd goes wild. You can't give your own sound effects.
Okay,
you gotta talk now. I'm gonna get the sound effects for you.
Yeah.
I think she did it better than I did.
It's okay.
It's okay. Now tell us all about Socialita Christina.
Yes. My name is Christina, also known as Socially the Christina. I had to get that in there. So I am the owner of Socialito, which is a social media management company. We oversee social media for business owners, influencers, individuals, whoever you may be. If you do not understand social media, you don't have the time, or you just don't want to.
Hey,
that's okay. Hand it over to us.
I'm a firm believer that as an entrepreneur, you pay for what you don't want to do. That's the whole point.
Yes.
That's the whole point. You get to the point of your business.
Yeah.
So that if you're like I am and you don't work on Fridays, well, you can decide if you're going to close the office down, which the Women's Business Center is closed on Fridays.
Okay.
Or you can have staff, or you can have other individuals take over. Like, I don't care for doing the accounting.
Right.
Because I don't want to have to keep track of what's going on and what's the latest rules. And that is the quickest way you'll go to jail.
Yes.
So I prefer not to be engaged in that.
Yes.
So that's what I'm willing to pay for.
Yes.
Social media, for a lot of you, I hear y'all talk all the time, but I don't know what I'm doing. Well, you know what? Today, because it's Love Our Business Month.
Yeah.
We're actually going to show you ways that you can show some love to your business social media accounts. Okay. And who better to bring us that knowledge, wisdom, and information than Socialita Christina. I know you all see her all the time, but we're not always talking about social media.
Right.
And that's her area. That's her lane. That's her specialty. And she does our social media.
Yes.
So that to let you know, we believe in what we're talking about. But before we get there, this month is also Black History Month. I feel like there should be like a...
It is.
I don't know. I feel like there should just be some music playing with that. I don't have any prepared.
That's okay.
But if you're like I am, you feel it inside.
That wasn't giving me Afro beats. That was giving me techno music.
See, you hadn't gotten into the drums yet.
Okay.
That was just the beginning.
Okay.
See how she be shouting down?
I'm sorry.
My musical choices.
It's okay.
Okay, but to each their own. We all different kind of Black people. It's okay. It's all right.
It's okay.
Celebrate the cause.
Yeah.
It's Black History Month, and so for this month, so as we're going through, there are so many people that we could be celebrating and honoring and discussing live and gone.
Right.
So I've been going through like my repertoire of the people who I just find like highly impactful for me. There are enough people that you could cover a year's worth and more of the impact of African Americans in the United States and beyond. But today, when I was really thinking about it, I think about my favorite poem, which I quote all the time. And look, make sure I don't like misquote it. But it's one of my favorite poems. It's by Laurence Dunbar. And it's called We Wear the Mask.
Okay.
Which seems, I mean, not to be funny about the pandemic, but that's haha. It's a different kind of mask, right? Okay. And so, have you ever heard it? No. Oh my God, it's my favorite. I really do quote it all the time. Okay, so I have it in front of me, so just in case I flub, I can always check. But it's, we wear the mask that grins and lies. It hides our cheeks and shades our eyes. Okay. This mask we pay to human guile. With torn and bleeding hearts we smile, and mouthed with myriad subtleties. Why should the world be overwise and counting all our tears and sighs? Nay, let them only see us while we wear the mask. We cry, but oh no, we smile. Thank you. But oh great Christ, our cries to thee from tortured souls arise. We sing, but oh the clay is vile beneath our feet and long the mile. But let the world drink otherwise. We wear the mask. And so, like, I have loved this poem really since my freshman year at James Madison University. Is where it became like a love of my heart. And really, this is like the anthem of the average African American, and actually lots of people, minorities in the United States. And so at this point, it's even expanded beyond that. But the concept is that there's a need and desire to shuck and jive, to always smile, to never be able to show like what's really going on inside. Right. Like we smile, like no matter what's happening, we put on a happy face, right? And so, but like we have these gut-wrenching emotions and trauma and events and things that are happening, and we buck up and keep going like nothing happened. Right. So I love this poem. It might not be the happiest poem in the world, but it's a real statement. Like I think about it even in terms like I don't do public crying. I do a lot more now. like before. It was something that it was just ingrained. Like I learned from my grandparents and from my great grandparents. It's just a thing. Like you keep your emotions to yourself because other people will use them against you. Right? Even as an entrepreneur, you recognize that, right? You show weakness. People take your kindness as weakness. And so, and it shouldn't be that way, but realistically it is. And so you kind of have to guard yourself, especially in business, to make sure the people you're partnering up with are actually looking out for your good and not just trying to tear you down or take over what you have.
Right.
It's unfortunate, but it's true. And I think to myself, like, I was thinking about an occasion, and so the day that my grandmother died, and I loved my grandmother. My father's mother lives she lived right here in the city, not too far from our location right here at the Women's Business Center. And so the day she died, I had to play. So I was supposed to play my violin for an event. And so I got the news maybe 10 minutes before. And I remember wanting to go in a corner and cry. And instead, I kind of just put it to the side. I went and performed. And then when it was over, I went home and cried. Right? That's just something. It's something about our training. And even like as women, we put ourselves like back here and go get it done. You don't have time for that.
Right.
And I'm a big one to say it. Like I had a partner. I don't know if she's watching. I love you. But she was having an emotional day. Like she had some traumatic things happen. Traumatic might be strong, but she had some things that were highly impactful to her.
Okay.
And so she was crying. And so we're supposed to be in a meeting. And I was just like, okay, let's make up our minds. You can take the time and cry, or let's get the meeting started.
Okay. Oh.
I know, right? It's cold in these here streets with me sometimes.
Yes.
But I was just like, let's make up our mind. Let's not pretend to do both.
Right.
And I'm actually a firm believer that here at the center, like there's nothing wrong with having an emotion. There's nothing wrong with it. If you have an emotion, deal with it.
Right.
You don't have to like forget everything else. Let's stop trying to pretend that we can move forward. Like deal with it. And then we'll move on. But not both. So yeah. So sometimes this comes off as a steel plate, but it's part of the society that we live in. We wear the mask. We get it done, and then we come back to it.
Right.
So hopefully you all are a lot more emotionally balanced. But once again, thank you, Paul Laurence Dunbar. In our Black History Month moment. It's my favorite poem, which gives you even further insights to why some people might think I'm a little cold. We wear the mask.
Yes.
And everyone doesn't deserve the right to come behind it. Okay, so on we go. Oh, but I do want to say about Paul Laurence Dunbar, part of the reason why he's so fascinating, other than the fact that his birthday is 2 days before mine. I mean, many years before mine. He was dead in 1906. I wasn't even born yet. But also, he was one of the first African Americans to have his poetry lauded internationally. He was one of the first who had work on Broadway. So he had a large impact, did a lot of great things. Thank you, Paul Laurence Dunbar, and to your offspring, wherever they may be. Appreciate you. Okay, so once again, it's February. February, we already established, is Love My Business Month.
Yes.
I don't know what anyone else calls it. That's what we call it. Love Your Business Month. And so I've already shared that in just a little while, we're gonna help you love your business's social media in just a little bit. And so that's how we're gonna focus on that. And I'll also point out that I'm really enjoying the Entrepreneur Academy.
Yes.
I'm very excited. Like it's all coming into place. And so there's still spaces available for those of you who want to participate. Keeping in mind, you need to have been in business for less than 2 years or only recently been taking the business seriously.
Okay.
And so this month we've been focusing on goals, goal setting, goal set, goal get, goal met. I think I got it right. I always confuse the first two. So everyone talks about being a goal setter. I'm like, don't need to be that. I need to be a goal metter.
Yes.
Like goals met, accomplished.
Yes.
So we're focusing on quantifiable goals, setting up your vision, understanding what you want to accomplish. How do you get to it? What are the steps to get there? Right? And so I have been enjoying it. I have been. I really have been. So like this first month, this is just the first month in February. I've been having all kinds of technological, not difficulties, but research. Like right now, I'm on 4 different platforms trying to decide which one the Academy should reside on. So when that's all said and done, you best believe I will be having a class on how to set up your membership site.
Right.
So you can rest assured it will come. When I learn, you learn. And we should all be constantly learning.
Correct.
All right, so we always start each week off with our word for the week. And yeah, so the word that leaped out at me was emancipation.
Okay.
And not because of the proclamation. And I don't think it's because it's February, but could be, right? Because emancipation is being set free from. Mm-hmm. So most of us think of it in terms of the Emancipation Proclamation, Abraham Lincoln, and blah, 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 blah. And so you think because it's Black history, that's why this word is on my mind. I don't think so, because what I was really thinking about is freeing your mind. Mm-hmm. Because we tend to add on levels to ourselves that no one else is adding on to us. Like, we think the expectation is that we have to be picture perfect every day.
Yeah.
We have to be the best mother, the best daughter, the best sister, the best father, we have to be the best at everything. And that we're not allowed to have days, like, for me to tell you that I'm tired is like, oh no, you can't say that. Why not? Actually, I'm not tired. Truth be told, I slept really well.
Okay.
But in general, I am a little worn down. Mm-hmm. And so I know it goes back to like when I was talking about we wear the mask. Mm-hmm. And so how we guard everything. Mm-hmm. But there also has to be a space for you to at least be honest with yourself and say, hey, I need a vacation. You know what? I can tell that, I'm not getting enough water, or I can tell I need a break. And I need, and it's okay for you to need. It's perfectly okay.
Yeah.
So in this emancipation, I'm hoping that you all will free yourselves from other people's expectations. Emancipation from other people's expectations. Emancipation from expectations. Okay, I'm going to work on that. Okay. But I feel that. Okay. Apparently I'm feeling it all by myself. And that's okay. Normally now I would go to a book it moment, but I'm not. And but there is a book that has nothing to do with anything else, and I'm not going to go there because once again, it's Black History Month related, so I'm going to let that be. I will mention my book, The ABCs of Social Media Marketing. It's not personal, it's business, because that is about techniques and tools for social media. So I'll mention it. That way I can say I did mention the book for Book It Moment.
Okay.
Since I didn't bring out a book, because we have so many other things to discuss. I'm just running through those things. But what's going to happen next? I don't know why I like pausing today. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
And if you're listening to the podcast, you're like, there's a technical error. There's not. That's just me. I was waiting for Christina to jump in like she could just read my mind, because really what's next up is our Socialita business check-in.
Okay. All right, guys. So this is the moment where we shout out local businesses in the RVA area, or if you had inquired about the WorkHARDAholics business check-in segment, and we're shouting you out because of that. Okay.
Woohoo!
Yes.
This means you.
Yes. So first, I want to shout out the Imagine Media Lab.
Imagine.
If you need a promo video done, if you are looking for a place to host your podcast, check them out. They do many of other things. Okay.
They do all of our commercials.
Right.
And of course, it's podcasts and voiceovers and whatever your media needs are.
Yes, all those amazing things. So make sure that you check them out on social media. They're on Facebook, they're on Twitter, LinkedIn, and my favorite, Instagram. So check them out on the Imagine Media Lab. Second Chance Consulting with Shirley Crawford. If you are looking for someone to assist you with your business journey, okay? Make sure that you reach out to Miss Crawford, okay? Check out the Women's Business Center, because at some point you're gonna need space.
We got it.
Yes, you're gonna need somewhere to host your webinar or your event, your networking event. So check out the Women's Business Center, RBA.
Whoop whoop, yeah.
Yes. Oops. Socialita. We have already talked about Socialita, but I'm gonna drop it in your spirit one more time.
One more time, right
Okay.
here, right here, right here.
Yes. If you need social media services, we offer more than social media services.
Indeed.
Actually, we offer influencers and brand ambassadors now. We offer photography and different things like that. So if you want the whole package, check us out. Okay.
Indeed.
Yes, we're on Facebook and on Instagram. And we're also in Republica Dominicana, in Dominican Republic. Okay. All right. So for any of you all,
I'm trying to go visit. Can y'all get down your COVID numbers so I can?
Yes. Yes. So if anyone out there has a business but you don't speak Spanish, guess what? I do.
Un poquito solamente.
Okay.
I don't really do it like
that. Yes. So check us out. Check us out. Okay. We specialize in social media and culture.
Oh, I like that.
Yes.
And culture.
Ruth Littlejohn.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Ruth Littlejohn LLC. If you are looking for a workshop that's centered around diversity, how to get comfortable with the uncomfortable, right?
That was good.
Yeah. Diving a little deeper into racism and how to fully understand your partners or the individual. No, the individual
partners?
the people that you work with.
Oh, okay.
If you own a business with someone.
I got it. I was just a little slow.
If you own a business with someone of the opposite race, you all may do things a little bit differently because of your culture.
This is very true.
Yeah. Check out Ruth Littlejohn, okay? Let me see. Whom else? Jennifer Elliott.
Yes.
Yes. If you are looking for CBD products, make sure that check her out, Jennifer Elliott. She is on Facebook, to my knowledge. Okay.
And I'd like to take a moment to say, hi, Abundant Life Church of Christ. What's up, people?
Yes.
That was it.
Really? If you're looking for a church home.
Oh, yeah. That is where I go. I go there.
Make sure that you check them out.
ALCCRichmond.org.
Absolutely. Okay. And I believe that's it for now.
I believe. Okay. Oh, in that case. All right. So that gives us some good amount of time because this is what's about to happen now.
Okay.
So a lot of times.
Okay, you use that picture.
Okay. You need to know. People talk about the pictures I nab. I'm trying to tell you. If it's on the internet, I'm grabbing. If you don't send me one, I will find one.
Yes.
I will find you.
Thank you.
See? So here's the deal. So for the month of February, I hope you all had a great Valentine's Day. Did I even ask? Did you do anything for Valentine's? She said, mind your business.
Listen.
That's what she just said. And so we will mind our own business. Thank you very much. Yeah, I thought I was going to be doing something, and then the snow said no.
No. All right. And that's okay.
And so there you have it, people. I hope you all enjoyed your Valentine's Day. But also, February, we know it's Black History Month, but also because it's that love month, that's why we like to focus on love your business.
Was that? Wait, was that hard?
No, that was good.
Okay, because I was like that.
And there you go. The hearts have it.
Yes.
Right? And she got a little theme song for you. Yes. See? Got a little diddly. Singing in the background. She got you.
Yes.
All right. And so on that note, we've been trying to focus each week on different ways that you should either be thinking about loving your business, how to show your business some love, things you can do. And this week our focus is social media. Because some of you are an epic fail when it comes to your social media.
Okay.
It's just the truth.
It is.
And a lot of you aren't formatted properly. You don't have business pages.
Right.
You don't know what you have. You don't know the conversion.
Yeah.
You don't even know the point of social media.
Right.
You don't know what to post. You don't know how to post. You just don't know. You just don't know.
You just don't know, Laura.
But we care about you, and we want to help you love your business. So right now, we're going to have the social media expert, the social media maven, the one, the only Socialita Christina, to drop some gems on you all. If you're out there, I would say, leave us your questions and all that good stuff, but frankly, I can't see them right now. So, maybe. In the meantime, though, we're going to ask Christina to, share some tips with us. So, first and foremost, what should a business owner have? Let me go even before that. Who should be on social media?
Okay. So, well, since we are talking about businesses, your business should be on social media.
To say the least.
Yes. It really, really should be on social media. Now, I think the question is which platforms, right? Because...
always one I get asked.
Right. That's, if you talk to someone else, they may be like, oh, you need to be on everything. I don't agree. I do not agree.
And that's too much work.
Isn't it? Even if you cross post, it's still a lot. Okay. So yeah, I think that, if you're not going to get a social media expert or someone to do your social media for you, and you just mean you're gonna do it yourself, okay? You need to first do your research, right?
Indeed.
Because you don't want to get on a platform that's not for you, right? I'll tell anybody, even though TikTok is amazing for businesses, it may not be for you.
I know. I'm sorry, TikTok. I'm really not a fan.
Right.
But I'm on there.
Right.
I'm on there.
Yeah. I love TikTok.
And we're live on TikTok right now.
Yeah. I love TikTok, but my business is not on TikTok. Okay. It does not fit my business. My target audience is not really on TikTok. Right.
Okay.
They're barely on Instagram. They're slowly getting into Instagram. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Right.
It's about your target market.
Right.
Yeah.
So my target market is mainly on Facebook, but I'm on Facebook and Instagram because they kind of go hand in hand. Right. But Facebook is almost a given for everyone. Okay. Because Facebook fits everybody. It fits your millennials. It fits your baby boomers.
Yeah.
It fits your generation X and Y.
And one of the things I always tell people, it's like when people are trying to see if your business is valid,
yes,
they look for a website and a Facebook page.
Yes. Absolutely.
That's just to see if they think that you're legitimate beyond anything else.
Absolutely. Now, your millennials may go to Instagram first. Okay, I will say that. But Facebook is a given. Period. Okay.
Indeed. Okay, so what type of business? I'm just curious now.
That's okay.
What type of business might actually use Pinterest?
You know what? Pinterest is more like a Etsy shop to me. Okay. If you are the type of person that does things that are more creative and artistic, right? Because the whole goal of Pinterest is to take from your ideas. Right. And if I have a business that has products or certain things, I don't know if I feel comfortable with allowing you to take from my ideas. Right. Mm-hmm. So if you are creative, like you crochet blankets or I'm just throwing things out there.
I have a niece. I actually, no, okay. She doesn't know this. My niece, my niece Kirsten, I'm trying to encourage her to open an Etsy shop.
Okay.
And so she crochets these beautiful items.
Okay.
Blankets. She has crocheted face masks. Mm-hmm. I mean, the whole headgear. The stuff she makes is really pretty.
Oh.
And I crochet, but I crochet enough to say, here's a new blanket for your baby. Okay. Have fun.
And she doing artwork.
Really? Okay. I'm really impressed. I'm really trying to convince her she should open a store. So, I'm listening. Where should she be?
Yes. Photographers. Pinterest is good for photographers. Again, it's about taking your ideas, all right? So you just have to feel comfortable with having an original idea and allowing someone to say, I'm going to screenshot this and do it myself.
If you can.
If you can. So I don't even like to put Pinterest in social media platforms. I don't. It gives me Etsy.
And some of you love Etsy.
Right. I love Etsy, but
so if you know that Etsy works for your business, then that's something to consider. Because there are some people who say if you're gonna do Instagram, then you don't need Pinterest.
Right.
But then I know some of you love to pin your boards.
Yes.
And I know previously the studies show that Pinterest was mainly for weddings.
And that's how it started, yeah.
But it's something else, like totally random. I didn't do my homework for this conversation. Sorry, people. But there were 2 areas, and the other one was something that was totally bizarre to me, and I would not have expected. And I can't think what it is.
It's like mommy-ish stuff. That's not even the correct word, but it was when Pinterest first came out, it was really dedicated to stay-at-home moms or moms that are like, nothing else to do. Not nothing else to do, but you get what I'm saying.
You have time to craft.
Yes.
You have time for projects.
Or you budget-friendly ideas. That's really how it kind of like started. So yeah,
I have slacked off so much on my Pinterest that you would think I don't have one, but I do. And what I used to use it for was whenever I had like I just did for Entrepreneur Academy, I just created this lovely roadmap. I'm very proud of it. And it's a roadmap of like business success. Like, so every person who's in the academy gets this roadmap. And it's everything from coming up with a name to hiring employees and all the steps in between. And so, but I made it actually looks like a map. So it looks like a map, and there are trees and mountains and pit stops along the way, so you can do all the steps. And so that's the kind of thing that before I would put those type of roadmaps, like any type of visual of that nature, I would put on Pinterest.
Okay.
But I never got any return from the things that I was posting there. So I was like, yeah. So yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
And now that I've had to, sorry, Christina, I hit the mic. Now that I've had to branch out to TikTok. Now some of you say, why did I have to? Because every business doesn't have to.
Right.
Part of the reason why I had to, one, my mentor said, get on there. And so I did. But the other piece is, as a consultant, I need to know the platforms. I need to know what's out there. I need to know what's available, so that when I have a client who's like, hey, I think I want to go on TikTok, I can say, they say, I want to go live on all the platforms. I want to go live on, hey, I've been wanting to go live on LinkedIn. But that's a doable now. We're going to start WorkHARDaholics. We're going to start going live on LinkedIn. You didn't ask for it. We're just going to give it to you. Aren't you excited about that? But being able to know that, hey, if you want to go live on TikTok, you need to have 1,000 followers. You're trying to make money at it. If you're not doing follow parties or train parties or, like there's not a lot of stuff where people are just like throwing diamonds and roses and all the miscellaneous items at you. Interesting. All right. But so for me, I need to know the platforms that are available. And I need to be there. I will still say that even now, I have never gotten a Snapchat account.
Okay.
And I don't have any intention of getting Snapchat. Even though I recall a few years ago for the Super Bowl, a car company, I don't know which one. Sorry. Apparently the advertisement weren't that striking. But they did Snapchat throughout the Super Bowl. And so what they would do is they would flash an image of like an upcoming new model of their vehicle.
Right.
And with Snapchat, once you see it, it's gone. Okay, in theory, you can save some of it, but for the most part, that's the point. And so it's a really big discussion. Okay, so I know for me, when it comes to social media, I always say everyone should post at least twice a day. Do you have a formula or a schedule that you like to use for your clients or that you recommend for people?
I guess at minimum, right? If you cannot post twice a day, you need to be visible at least once, which really isn't going to do with so much, right? But if you're not going to hire someone else, you're going to do it yourself, you need to at least be visible every day.
But are there any workarounds? So I think about the fact that there are people who I actually like and follow, and I never see their stuff. And I know it's because like the algorithms are changing all the time.
Right.
So like if I'm on Facebook, and if I'm not on when you're posting, I may never know that you posted anything unless I go to your page.
And that's so true. But that's why you want to use hashtags and things like that, right? Because things that I am interested in, I'm going to put in the hashtag and look for. So even if I don't see it today or see it tomorrow, if it's something that I know I want to see, I click on the hashtag and voila, there's your stuff.
Okay, so one,
Mhm.
Christina, what's our hashtag for today?
All right. Okay.
You
Hashtag
didn't do it.
hire a social media manager.
Well, there you go.
So hashtags are really, really important for numerous reasons, right? If something is trending, right, even if it doesn't even pertain to my business, I'm gonna put the hashtag. Why? Because thousands and millions of people are looking at this, and even though it has nothing to do with that, it's gonna put it in front of a whole different type of audience.
But then how do people even know? So I know the answer, but if I am Schmojo and I have a bubblegum company and I'm making posts online, how do they even know how to look up a hashtag? Like, some people don't know how to search a hashtag.
Okay, well, you go to your search bar. You go to your search bar, hashtag whatever the word is. So if I'm looking for example, I found my hair braider. She is amazing, right? Shout out to Hair Done by Ty or something like that. I just put in hashtag RVA feed-ins, right? And her stuff came up, and I was like, oh my gosh, who is this girl? And I booked just off of that. So, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, you can find whoever you're looking for, business consultant, hashtag business consultant RVA, and you should pop up because that should be one of your hashtags.
I do not use that hashtag, FYI.
Oh, okay.
I will keep that in mind.
You should.
Because that's the thing about hashtags. Like, sometimes the most obvious thing is not the thing that you are using. And that did not occur to me.
You do not have to stick to hashtags that are just about your business. So, I'm famous for always using FYP on a lot of my things because...
Does that work?
To me, it does.
Okay. There is debate on whether FYP is successful or not.
And again, it depends on your target audience because FYP is your millennials and the individuals that came after millennials.
I'm sorry. Would you all like to know what FYP stands for?
For your page or your Explore page and things like that, right? Because on Instagram, what we are doing, right, millennials, especially, and the younger generation, we don't care about your captions unless you have done unless the video or the content catches my attention, right? We're scrolling. Oh, what's that? Oh, what was that? Oh, that looks nice. Okay. Then I will look at your caption, right? So that's when your hashtags really, really come into play because it's going to come up on my feed, right?
And I've also noticed that in some of the platforms that you get into that group. So if you go for the hashtag, or like if you're on TikTok and you're just going by a song, right? So if you look up by a song, you can see everybody who has used that song in their post.
Absolutely, especially TikTok. For sure, yeah.
Or on other platforms, if you're using the hashtag, and for the hashtag, like she said, you can just search. Hashtag, for those of you who are not sure what that is, it's the pound sign.
Yes.
If you are my age or older, and you're going, what's a hashtag? The pound sign, like it used to be on the telephone.
Yes.
And so you put in the pound sign / hashtag and the word. And if you're trying to find out what's trending, another option is to actually use Google Trends.
Yes. Yeah.
And so it'll tell you, hey, a bunch of people have searched for onomatopoeia today.
Yeah.
I don't know why that word always comes to me. I just love onomatopoeia. It's a long word to say nothing, really. It's just a long word to mean very little. And so then you can see what those are trending. But that's interesting that you say that because I've never thought about using like random hashtags. So like I have a standard set of hashtags that I use, and then I add in one or two that are depending on the topic. So like I always use entrepreneur, RVA, WBC RVA, WorkHARDAholic. Sometimes I use my name because sometimes people are just looking for you. Like, why shouldn't it be there? Right. And then like the post I did yesterday was you got this. So I use that as my hashtag.
Right.
But I never think about checking to see what's trending and just like I never think about throwing something in that's random and doesn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
But that makes so much sense business wise because you're now going to bring in an audience that might not have normally been looking for you.
Yes.
Just because you used the trending hashtag.
Absolutely. I have a client that was like, why did you use I think the hashtag was, oh my gosh. I can't even remember. It has absolutely, she's like a motivational speaker. I think I used, oh my gosh, it was something that was recently trending. I think like Cardi B or something like that, right? Why? And yeah, but
I'm sure she was trending.
yes.
Yeah.
But don't forget, right now, Cardi B is trending for her new song, right? Not only that, the specific post.
I don't know what's her new song.
Up. Yeah.
I don't know that I want to know.
You don't. You don't. But but the specific post that that I put the hashtag on was about bettering yourself and doing different things, right? So let's say at some point, Cardi B's target audience is more of your I don't want to use the word ratchet, but it gives you that feel, right? I love Cardi B, so hey, listen. But let's say I'm like, hey,
I respect her marketing.
right?
That's the end of our relationship.
So let's say I want to better myself. I've been wanting to better myself for 6 months, but I just haven't done anything about it. And I go to look at Cardi B's new song, which trending, and I see this client, and I see the trailer or the clip that she posted about bettering yourself and doing better and doing certain things, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
So it's not just affiliating with a popular trend.
Right.
It's actually knowing the target market of that trend.
Yes.
And how they relate to you, your product, your business,
yes.
or what you're looking to
yes.
highlight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Because I mean, you can't necessarily brand a hashtag, because don't forget, you're Shirley Crawford.
I am.
But guess what?
There are a few of us.
Right. And on my post, I can put Shirley Crawford if I want to.
They don't look like me. Just FYI.
So, so yeah.
Okay.
So being mindful of those things. Understanding Facebook. I believe Facebook, LinkedIn, you can use unlimited hashtags, but Instagram, you can only use 30. Mm-hmm. So make sure that you need to at least do 30 minimum.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
I didn't wanna. Okay. I am the queen of the copy and paste. Mm-hmm. I just want to share that. Okay. All right. So while we sit over here and debate about these 30 hashtags, mm-hmm. I mean, it's her job and it's her industry, but we're going to have a conversation about it all the same.
Yes.
In the meantime, for the rest of you who are not on our social media platforms, you can engage in our sponsor moment as we thank those who make this show possible.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And be sure to support
Ladies, are you looking to move your office from your kitchen table to a space of your own? Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Are you looking for co-working and community? Well, then come join us at the Women's Business Center, RVA, located at 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, Suite 100, directly across the street from the Kroger at Willow Lawn. Visit us on the web at wbcrva.com or on social media at WBCRVA. When you're ready for more than just office space, come join the WBCRVA family.
I see.
Okay. Boop boop.
Shouldn't it? It's too real in here.
Yes.
It's a little.
So yeah.
It's a little too real. Okay, so we're talking about it's Love Your Business Month. Mm-hmm. So we're talking about ways you can love your business social media.
Yes.
All right, I want to go back a step because we jumped into hashtags, and that's because we're both familiar with social media. Mm-hmm. But let's go back a little step. Let's go back a little step. And how do people even set up or create social media for their business?
Okay. So first you need to have a number of things. You need to have your logo, right? You need to have 2 versions of your bio. Okay.
Okay.
Why? Because again, if you're on Instagram, you can't put the same information on Instagram that you can on like Facebook or LinkedIn, right? So you need to have 2 versions. You need to have a very short version, where it's like just hashtags, emojis, and a couple words. And then you need the lengthy kind.
Okay. And do you recommend that in your bio, no matter what the platform, that you are including a website, a smart page, a hub page, a something from there?
Yes.
A link tree.
So whether it's like Linktree, or Linktree is amazing because you can put all your stuff in one place, and it just, someone could just click on the link and they have access to everything. Or you could put your website. Absolutely.
Does that affiliate or align at all with Popple? Or is Popple just basically your business card?
Popple,
a digital business card.
It's kind of the same thing. However, the issue comes into play if I'm not in front of you. So Popple is great if I can pop your phone, right? But it doesn't do anything for me or you virtually.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Right, but it's still just a digital business card.
It is.
It's instead of me handing you paper, we're gonna pop phone and I'm exchanging my information with you.
Yes.
But it's not really core. I can give you my hashtags, my usernames, for all of the various social media, but it doesn't go and connect you to my social media per se.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
And if you want to Popple for 10% off, use code Socialita.
And there you have it.
All right.
Okay. So then, but even beyond that, you said they need to have their logo, their bios. Is there anything else?
Okay. So logo to get you started, right? Logo, your bio. You need. You also need to show or understand the voice of your business.
Indeed.
Right? Because before you get on social media, you don't want to be all over the place.
So a lot of work.
Right. So you need to figure out your target audience.
Always,
right?
Love your targeted market.
Yes. You need to know who you're marketing to, right? You need to know the things that they like, what they want to see, right? And you need to understand the problem. Because the only way that you're going to sell whatever it is that you're selling is you need to sell a solution to whatever it is. Right?
Indeed. And you also have to know, like, where your target market is.
Yes.
So like Christina was talking about earlier and saying that her target market wasn't on like Snapchat or TikTok.
Right.
And that they were bailing on Instagram. See,
right.
I was quoting that. I heard it. But like you have to know like which platform is your target market on. So I love to always point out, I used to teach classes on social media. I don't do that anymore. No, not really. I just wrote the book and said, here you go. Okay. But I love to point out that Facebook, the largest group on Facebook is senior Caucasian women.
Yes. Yeah.
They are the largest population on Facebook. Yeah. And so as a business owner, it doesn't really matter what your target market is. You are obligated to have a Facebook page. Like it's just a part of doing business. If you don't have one, people don't think you're legit.
Right.
It's just the bottom line. It's a perception thing. But interestingly enough, that is the when I ask people like, who do you think is the largest population on Facebook? And they always tell me all kinds of stuff. They never get it right.
Right.
Senior citizen Caucasian women. Grandmothers, because really they're on there in particular to connect to their grandchildren who are across the country, across the world, across the globe. So they are the largest population exchanging pictures and catching up with what's happening with their family.
Absolutely.
Right? And so you have to also know, so is your population on TikTok? Are they on Instagram? Are they on Snapchat? Are they on Vimeo? Like, where are they? You need to know where they are, and then you create that information to go there. But even if I go a step further, because it's something I always harp on, so I just really want Christina to co-sign. When someone is setting up their business information, though, shouldn't they have separate business pages, separate business accounts?
Okay, yes.
Go ahead.
But the millennial in me still sometimes.
I know.
I think it depends. Like if you are a true influencer, right? And not a brand ambassador. If you are like a true influencer, right? Then it's okay to have one page only because you are letting people in your life. Okay? You're also still promoting brands and different things like that, right? But if you have like a brick and mortar or something like, what we have, things like that, then yes, you should separate them. But the millennial in me.
Yes, and we have this conversation. So this is not the first time we've had this conversation because I do not agree. Kinda. I don't agree, kinda. I think I have a hard and fast line about the separation of church and state.
Right.
Like when it comes to your presence online, because even as an influencer, okay, see, I never thought of this one before.
Okay.
But even as an influencer, they also have private pages. They actually do keep their private life private. They have what they want you to see. They have what they want you to know. But then they have all this other information that's totally separate.
Right, and you also have options such as, like, for example, I have a personal page, which is the Socialita Christina, but I also have a story or certain things that I only post to my close friends, right? So certain pictures, certain things is only for a certain amount, it's like certain people. That way I don't have to separate all my pages, because I'm not gonna lie, it can get, frustrating, especially if you already don't know social media, and to have to go from one login to the next one, different things like that. Listen, all I do is, if there's a photo that might be a little risque, all right?
She got one too.
Oh, Lord. But you're not gonna see it. Okay? Yes. All right. Yeah, I got a couple TikToks that are only for certain people. And guess what? You got to be one of those people in order to see it. But I don't have to. That keeps me from having to separate my pages. So, yeah. That's an option.
That is an option.
Okay.
I am a hardliner on it. So,
yeah.
And here is, and there are reasons why I am a hardliner on it. Because people judge you.
Yeah.
Like, let's not pretend. You all are judging us right now. Are you wondering why I have on this pink scarf with this outfit?
Okay.
I forgot to take it off.
Right. Yeah.
I'm so used to wearing a scarf. But you know what? People are judging you. They judge everything about you, how you do, how you say it. And even when you're doing nothing, they're judging you.
That's true.
Right? That's just the bottom line. Y'all just some judgmental. Okay, we are.
Oh, Lord.
We are all
sometimes it's
some judgmental assessment making individuals. That's just the nature of the beast.
It is.
It is what it is. No poll necessary. That's who we are as a people. Okay. So then that's fine personally. Personally, my business is my business. Like, for real. Like, what I do is what I do. And I don't have to concern myself with how that impacts you.
Right.
Although we live in a society right now where you can get fired.
Yes.
For things that you post on your personal page.
That is true.
And things that are in your personal life.
Right.
So, like, I'm thinking about, there have been several police officers recently who got fired for not just participating, but even having a controversial organization on their Facebook page.
Yeah.
No indication whatsoever that they were, like, members.
Right.
And so I've commented on this before, because sometimes I like to be aware of counterpoints. So I will actually follow people until I can't stand it anymore. I will follow people of different beliefs, different backgrounds, different thought processes, and different ideologies, because it helps me to remember, like, okay, so I hear you saying this, but what does that mean over here?
Right.
So one, I feel like it increases my tolerance a little bit, my understanding, and then just the rest of education. Because a lot of times people will use a word and you think they're saying one thing, which is why we always do that word for the week.
Right.
But now certain words will mean certain things in certain cultures.
Right.
And so they're telling you a whole lot with one word and you don't know it because you aren't aware.
Right.
And so if you came to my page, which you don't have access to, but if you came to my personal page, which you don't have access to, there are multiple. I teach about having online split personality. I'm all about it.
Oh, God.
All in the book. I'm trying to tell you, I teach all about it. And so, but if you came from my personal page, because I've known you since elementary school, and I have, like, admittedly, like 500 or 600 people who are on my personal page.
Right.
That I have a personal affiliation with in some way, shape, or form. So it might be that I'm following an organization that I don't believe anything about. Not a word. And if you check their page, you won't see my comments, you won't see me, but I'm aware of what they're talking about. Well, that could get me fired if I worked for someone else who thought that was an inappropriate organization to be a part of.
And that's true.
Like, your social media is a part. Like, it's a part of what you are judged by.
Yeah.
I'm
no, I mean, absolutely. That's why you need to choose. You need to pick wisely who's in your close circle, for one. Or don't post it.
There is always that, because it still comes back to, like, even beyond getting fired, right? No one's gonna fire me. I work for me. But even as a business owner,
Mm-hmm.
like right now, Kurt Archery, I don't know why I can't ever say his last name right,
Mm-hmm.
who I think is hilarious. He is a local newscaster
Mm-hmm.
here in Richmond.
Mm-hmm.
And he always posts these like right on the cusp of inappropriate like remarks.
Mm-hmm.
And so like he's just known for like his sarcasm, his wit. And I mean real nice and sweet, but really, funny guy, funny stuff. And so like I think about some of the things he posts, and because he has adapted this community that supports it, then it pushes him forward. But it could so easily be the opposite.
Yeah.
That he could be fired because of that. But outside of that, sorry. As an entrepreneur, as a business owner, I was thinking about Kurt Archer because he made this comment the other day about Chick-fil-A.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was saying, and it was like a side note to Chick-fil-A. He made the statement that we should treat each other the way that Chick-fil-A treats us. It was one of those kind of statements. So it was supposedly a pretty positive comment. And I read through, which I hate reading comments because the
Unless
ability,
you're doing equality.
yeah, the ability to make comments anonymously, I think breeds a society of bullies and cowards.
Yeah,
because you can say what you want and no one can punch you in your face because they don't know who you are, or you're not close by, and you'd be afraid to say that to someone's face.
Yeah.
But online, you have that blind vision, so you can say whatever and sound really brave. So anyway, someone made the comment like, okay, Kurt's done it now. Hold on. I promise you someone's going to come in here and comment about Chick-fil-A. And sure enough, like soon after, there were several comments about that they're not misogynistic, but homophobic and blah, 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 and some other things. And so, and it's just really interesting. So people won't go to Chick-fil-A because of, for those of you who don't know, a few years ago there was a protest in support of the LGBTQIA plus. You have to admit it's a lot of alphabets going on there. And it was in support of that community. And so Chick-fil-A wasn't, the California location, I believe it wasn't in support, and made it known. Outside of that campaign, there was another campaign online where if you support, like right now, there are a bunch of organizations that say if you supported Trump, that they will withdraw their dollars from you. If you have shown in any way, shape, or form that you were a Trump supporter, then they are withdrawing funds. And it happens a lot now for a variety of reasons. Like you're on the opposite side of an issue of me, and so I will not spend my dollars with you. Even though your product has nothing to do with that piece. And I'm not shouting that down. I'm not. That's your moral fiber, and you have every right to spend your dollars how you want to spend them. But as a business owner, you really have to be aware that there are repercussions. Like people are watching and judging and may or may not support you based off of things that you post. All right, I'm coming off of my bandwagon. I'm going to let Christina have the last word about social media, and then we're really going to wrap up because, oh my God, it's 2 o'clock.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, basically, just you need to be on platforms that work for you, right? So, just because your friend's cousin, mama, dad said that you should be on it,
The friend's cousin, mama,
yes,
dad.
that doesn't mean that it works for your business. Okay, whatever you post, make sure that you're mindful, right? And if you're not mindful, make sure that you're able to handle the consequences.
Oh yeah.
You know, because it's okay if you can post and do what you want to do. But at the end of the day, make sure that you can handle that. You can handle nobody buying your product because you decide to say something. You just have to know that, right? Because people are going to judge you regardless, right?
This is very true.
So you just have to know. It's okay. You just have to be comfortable with your authentic self.
Your authentic self.
Yes.
All right. Once again, we're going to thank Socialita Cristina for sharing some ways that you can love your business social media.
Yeah.
Yay! Te amo. Okay, and so we're about to wrap up, but before we do so, Christina, how can they reach you?
Yes, you can find me on Facebook as Socialita and on Instagram as Socialita __.
And okay, the nasal that was just beautiful. Okay, normally we end up with our work hard, play harder moment, but we kind of talked about it earlier, so don't feel neglected. The bottom line is, I really wanted to focus. I wish I had the clip of the In Vogue song, "Free Your Mind."
Oh,
and
okay.
the rest will follow. Okay, that was the whole point. So when we talk about emancipation, I want you all to liberate yourselves from other people's expectations, from things that are not a part of your value, your core. Just be the best you that you can be, especially as an entrepreneur. Represent yourself and your business well. Be that online, offline, or in between. So as we always say, we're going to work hard, play harder, and business better. And of course, we didn't say anything happening this week. Anything anybody needs to know about?
Ooh, no.
What's going on?
I don't think so.
I am sure there's something. But
I saw him.
For Entrepreneur Academy next weekend, they're doing a goal setting vision board party, and then they have some other tasks that are going on. I know that's happening. And I have a bunch of stuff happening, but you all don't care about the stuff that I have. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, there is. Today. Today at 5 p.m. I know what day it is. Today at 5 p.m. I had an interview last night. I have an interview tonight. So today at 5 p.m., I'll be doing the Imagine Media Labs author series with Aranda Young. Talking about the ABCs of social media. So we're just on a social media day. And so we're talking about that tonight at 5 on the Imagine Media Lab Facebook Live. I don't know if on any other platforms. If they let me, I might go live on one of these other platforms just so y'all can see the behind the scenes. I have to get permission. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm sure there's more. We'll tell you about it next week. If not, keep checking back. So, as we always like to say, live better, do better, please be better, and happy entrepreneuring. Ta-ta!
Let Socialita help your business stand out from the crowd by building your brand success through social media management. We're located at 1510 Willow Drive, Suite 100. Our website is www.socialitarva.com. You can also give us a call at 804-484-2001. Again, Socialita.
Imagine Media Lab, in partnership with the Women's Business Center, offers hourly rental to a multimedia studio. Create or edit digital assets for marketing. Record that podcast you've always wanted to start. Voiceovers and live stream. All equipment and software is included in your hourly rental. Located at the Women's Business Center, 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, Suite 100. ImagineMediaLabs.com. Book your session today.